Today we're going to talk about things I wish I knew when I first started diamond painting, or at least shortly thereafter, okay? I have been diamond painting since 2020, a few months before what happened in 2020, if you catch my drift. And since then I became obsessed with it, okay? Okay, and also for this video, as a disclaimer, these are my personal opinions on diamond painting. I think that collecting diamond painting accessories and diamond paintings themselves is a totally separate hobby from actually diamond painting. And I'm not here to shame you if you want to spend all your money, like $1 million, on diamond painting trays, accessories, etc. I don't want to shame you if you spend your money on pens. I don't want to shame you if you want to buy a billion gazillion diamond paintings from AliExpress and Temu. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is just personally, I wish I had known these things. I wish I had thought about these things more when I first started diamond painting, because I feel like in today's world, to get serious, in today's world, I think lots of people have tighter budgets, and hopefully, maybe you'll find this video helpful. Maybe it will save you a little bit of money in the long run. Because I have regrets, okay, as a diamond painter. And like, honestly, I don't diamond paint as often as I used to. I've just gotten like the cross stitch bug again. But as someone who's diamond painted as much as I have, I feel like there's just like things like that just sit, and I don't, like, I spend money on them and I don't use them. I don't do them. I have like a very large diamond painting stash, which maybe will be a future video. But like, they just sit there, okay? So I feel like I've wasted money, and I feel like diamond painting is like an overconsumption craft. Like, it's very easy to become consumed in this craft and buy all the things and basically make it make it your whole personality. So if you are looking for some tips, stay tuned. The first thing I want to talk about is that, maybe let's get into how I first started diamond painting before we do that, okay? I also have notes written down, so I'm going to be referencing my notes as well throughout this video. And there's also going to be clips from my previous videos in here. And if you didn't know, I have hundreds of videos on diamond painting on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, because I honestly don't know when I'm going to upload new videos. But you'll get notified if you turn on that notification bell. Anyways, so in early 2020, I was on this app called Top Hatter, and I remember it specifically because I was at my boyfriend at the time's apartment, and I was like really bored, and I was like, I want something to do while he watches TV, or because I literally don't like the shows, didn't like the shows that he was watching, okay? So I wanted something to do while he's watching TV, or just something that is offline and doesn't require a screen. Like, I do play video games, etc. So I was on this app called Top Hatter. Scam app, don't download it. Just go on freaking AliExpress or Temu and order the things directly from there, because that's basically the same sellers. Anyways, and I came across this diamond painting, 30 by 30. I think it's 30 by 30, or it's even smaller than that, and it's a round diamond painting. This was my first diamond painting, guys. From far away, it looks super cute. I have to say, it looks super cute from far away. But then when you get up close, you're like, what is that? What is that diamond painting? And yeah, so after I got this bug of diamond painting, I ordered more from Top Hatter, which is like, okay. I probably spent like a few dollars more than I should have. But then I also remembered that, hey, AliExpress exists. Let me go on AliExpress. Let me order some diamond paintings there. And then I was like, okay, well, I ordered a bunch from AliExpress, but now I have to wait 4 weeks, or like 4 to 6 weeks, I guess, before they even come, so that I can actually diamond paint again. So I was like, let me go on Amazon, and I ordered a bunch on Amazon. And as I was like using these apps, using these websites, Facebook, Google, Instagram all got smart, and then they started serving me ads from diamond painting companies. I discovered websites like GBFKE, which is like a budget diamond painting website. I think there's like Home Fun was AliExpress. Just like a whole bunch, everyday e-deals, okay, yeah, like that stuff. And you can, like, if you look back in my library of content, you can see my unboxings from these videos as well, from these companies as well. But then Google started getting smart, and then they served me an ad for Diamond Art Club. I think it was Google or it was Facebook, whatever. And I came across Sweet Purple. Let me tell you guys, Sweet Purple was like, I was like, I need this diamond painting. And then to me, I was like, whoa, this diamond painting is, I forget how big it was, but it was very big compared to my 30 by 30 centimeter. And I was like, this diamond painting is huge. I'm like, oh, but it's really expensive. I'm Canadian, so I think it turned out to be like $60 Canadian plus shipping or something like that. Don't quote me on that. And I was just like, I really want this diamond painting though. And so after I ordered that diamond painting, I really got into, okay, I like the difference of the canvas. I like the difference of the drills. I like even like the stuff that doesn't matter to me now, like the toolkit. I was like, this toolkit is amazing. And it's just different from what you get from budget websites. And I can honestly say, I think the majority of diamond painters discover licensing stuff. Like they learn about licensing through Diamond Art Club, through ordering from them, or even just like visiting their website. They learn about the quality of resin drills, etc. through Diamond Art Club, and they're just like a gateway into let's put our money towards more quality things. So eventually, yes, I was still buying because I bought my Diamond Art Club. I did another order from Diamond Art Club, but I was still buying like the cheaper kits. And there's nothing wrong with these kits, okay? I'm not going to become like one of those people who are like, I personally think artists should get paid. Let's just leave it at that. But you honestly can do whatever you want with your money. It's not my money. I literally don't care. I'm just talking about myself, so don't come for me, okay? But yeah, so I realized that, hey, I'm spending like $80 on like, I don't know, like 8 diamond paintings. Like let's say they're $10 each. $80 on 8 diamond paintings that I'm not super happy with, like the quality there. I'm not super happy with the image results. I'm just like, it's just like Diamond Art Club just hit different, okay? So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop buying these budget kits, and then I'm gonna like fully just commit to buying licensed diamond paintings. And it just didn't sit with me right to see like some of my favorite artists also like have their work ripped off, because that just made me feel really like bad inside, okay? So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna buy quality kits. And so now when I'm shopping for diamond paintings, I think also like during the pandemic, there was definitely like, oh no, like this stuff is gonna go out of stock. Let me just like buy all this stuff. And that is another thing that I regret as well, or wish that I had thought about when I was buying diamond paintings. I wish that I didn't spend so much money on kits that I just kind of liked. And nowadays, I rarely buy diamond paintings. I just don't buy a lot of diamond paintings because I have so many in my stash. But when I do want to buy a diamond painting, I'm definitely more selective of where I'm buying the kit from, like the company itself, and as well as the quality, as well as the licensing, and the image itself. Like I am very selective. If I honestly don't hang up any of my diamond paintings, but when I'm like looking at a diamond painting, I ask myself in my head, like, okay, would I hang that up? And if the answer is yes, I would technically, if I ever got unlazy or like wanted to put holes in my walls, yes, I would hang that up. Then yes, that is something that I'll buy. But I'm not so much of like, I need the quantity, and like I just want to buy 10 million of them. Also, I've learned that when there's a new diamond painting company or new to me diamond painting company, I like to buy round kits first. And I've made this mistake multiple times, but I am very selective when it comes to square kits, okay? It just hits different. I think I might have said that already, but it just hits different when you're doing a square kit. There's minimal gapping. There's not a lot of trash. There's not a lot of tabs or like weird misshapen trashy drills. And then when like a new company is launched, and if I buy a square, I get a square from them, it just makes me miserable if the drills are like crappy. Like, I don't, if the drills are SHIT, okay? Then it's just like, okay, well, I wasted my money. I've wasted my time. I don't want to do this anymore. So I really like doing diamond paintings, like if I'm ordering from a new company, I wish I had learned from the very beginning, order a round kit, test it out. If you like the round, then maybe take the leap for square, or watch YouTube videos, look at reviews on websites and things like that to see how the square kits are and if they're worth the money for the square drills. Because I can honestly say, like, even, what was it? I forget what company it was. There's a company that sent me a free kit and I had gotten it in squares and I was miserable doing that whole entire diamond painting. And the only reason I wanted to finish it was so that I could let people know that, hey, if you're going to order from this company, make sure you order a round kit, because the squares, they were not satisfactory at all. Which leads me to another point. When I first started diamond painting, I bought double-sided adhesive. And double-sided adhesive glue is not very, like, the kits aren't very popular anymore. I don't really know a lot of manufacturers who will use double-sided adhesive, but today, like, if someone was like, do you want this free double-sided adhesive canvas, I'd be like, no thank you, no, because I don't want to deal with rivers in the glue. I don't want to deal with the tape or whatever peeling up, that type of thing. So right now I'm just like, I only want to do poured glue kits, which isn't an issue, like I said, because the majority of diamond paintings that come out today are poured glue. And if you guys remember as well, there used to be a company, I don't think they exist anymore, honestly. There used to be a company that did mounted adhesive, which was like car adhesive. So if you're newer to diamond painting, you won't remember this, but there was a licensed diamond painting company that did car adhesive. And it was just, it honestly made me miserable. And I still have that kit that I bought from them. I only have one kit from them. I still have that kit that I bought from them and I still haven't finished it, honestly. It's just sitting there and I'll probably just throw it away eventually because that is just making me miserable, which leads to a transition to the next thing that I wish that I would have realized when I first started diamond painting. If you're not getting happy, or I should say me, okay, you do whatever you want, okay? But if I'm not happy doing this diamond painting, like it's not bringing me joy, I'm not going to finish it. There have been multiple instances where I've just been like, okay, I'm going to power through this kit, like that one that I was talking about with the square drills. I'm going to power through it. I'm really miserable. I dreaded finishing work or like coming home from work or going to my diamond painting desk and having to diamond paint this kit. That was just making me miserable. It wasn't making me happy. And at the end of the day, like as you're doing this diamond painting, if you find yourself being unhappy with it, ask yourself, is it worth the time? Is it worth my time finishing this kit? And like I noticed that when I finish a kit and I didn't like working on it, all I can think about when I look at that finished diamond painting is how miserable it actually made me. And then it makes me sad and I don't want to look at it. So I just shove it away in a drawer or whatever. But there was a mystery kit that I got. I forget from where. But there was a mystery kit that I got and I was like, this is not relevant to me. I think it was like it was astrology or something like that. And I was like, I don't want to finish this because it's not relevant to me. There's so much color. Like, the entire background was all color blocking. And I was like, I quit. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. There's a video on my channel about it. I was like, I'm not doing this diamond painting anymore. I'm not doing it. So my thing is because, like, if you think about it, we're doing diamond painting as a hobby, we're doing it as a pastime, we're doing it to like calm our mental state or whatever you have, whatever you do diamond painting for. It's supposed to be a positive in your life. You're supposed to be enjoying it. So if you're working on a kit that is bringing you no joy and is making you miserable, put it aside. You don't have to like throw it away. For me, I'm just like, I'm throwing this in the garbage. I don't even care anymore because I'm never going to touch this kit again. But put it aside and come back to it later if you decide to or not. But like, honestly, just don't waste your time on a kit that doesn't bring you joy. Another thing I wish I had realized earlier was storage containers or kitting up in general is so much more enjoyable when you have good storage containers. Very early on when I was doing small diamond paintings like this, or like 30 by 40, 40 by 40, like under 40 or 50 centimeters, I kept up using this type of container, which is totally fine. And like, I honestly still use these for when I do smaller snack size diamond paintings. Like they're basically, let me show you. They're basically like 4 cubes stuck together, and then the top just opens up. And like these are very budget friendly. I still keep them. I still use them when I do very small diamond paintings. But as you get into larger size diamond paintings, investing in great storage is really, really important in my opinion, because they're just, then you're not going to have like on your desk, you have very limited space on your desk if you're doing a large diamond painting, okay? So in addition to your storage, now you're going to have like these baggies of drills sitting on your desk, and it's just going to take up a lot of space, okay? Well, my desk is very small. Maybe it's just cluttered. Who knows? But then I invested in these Elizabeth Ward. They're called Elizabeth Ward, but there's also knockoffs of these that you can buy online. And I like them because if you're doing a diamond painting that has, like, for example, this is a lot of 310. This is a finished, I believe, yeah, I'm done with this diamond painting. Like, these are all extra drills. But if you're doing a diamond painting with a lot of 310, for example, you can actually just use the larger container for 310. And then you don't need to have a ton of empty baggies on your desk. And then for colors that don't have a lot of drills, you can use like the smaller one like this. I have multiple sets of these, and people have sent me them over the years as well. And they're very cost affordable, in my opinion, and they're worth it to me. So I have multiple sets of these, so it just means like I have more of these small containers in another set like this that I can swap out and put in here. I also have more of the large ones, more of the medium ones. So I would say if you have like 2 of these sets, you're probably very well set up. But as you're going through, you're graduating from smaller canvases, like again, these, hang on to these because I still like these. But you want to get yourself really high quality containers. Another thing that in regards to kitting up that I don't enjoy, okay, first of all, in general, I don't enjoy kitting up at all. But one thing that I have found that makes it easier for me is I have the Harbor Freight storage system. I have a video on my channel about it, but literally all I did with the Harbor Freight storage system, and I still use this system to this day, is I numbered each container from 1 to 55 or whatever it is. And so now when I'm kitting up, when I'm looking at the legend, I'm not kitting up by DMC number. I'm just kitting up by like, this is the first symbol is a moon. So I'll just put number 1. I'll put the moon color in number 1, and then number 2 is the number 2 or whatever. I'll put the number 2 color in number 2. So I just have my containers again labeled 1 to 55, and I just dump the drills according to the schematic into the numbered container. I don't even bother with DMC. I just can't. And then I also early on tried kitting up and like drawing the symbols on a label, and then I would put the label on the container, and that just wastes so much time. And honestly, like nowadays, most diamond painting companies will actually have little stickers like this. So if you do prefer kitting up, like, but instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, that type of thing, if you do prefer kitting up by symbol or whatever it is, just use the labels that come with your kit. It makes it super easy, and then you just rip off the labels after you're done kitting down. And also when it comes to kitting down, I hate kitting down, okay? What kind of diamond painter am I? I hate kitting up, I hate kitting down. I solely diamond paint for the sake of putting the drills on the canvas. Like, I am not like, I'm going to prepare, I'm going to light a candle. I'm not going to do any of that, okay? I just want to get the drills sorted. I want to put them on the canvas, and I just like the act of physically diamond painting, and then I like the serotonin hit of when it's done, okay? For kitting down, very early on, I was watching YouTube, and I'd be like, okay, all these YouTube creators are kitting down. They'll do like a kit down in chat. Not all creators, some creators, I misspoke. Some creators will do this, okay? And I think I probably have a video like this. I was probably one of them, so I'm not innocent in this either, okay? But I would but like I would take the drills and like label a little baggie DMC 699 or 702, whatever it is, pour those drills into the bag, and then I had this really like obnoxious little box container from IKEA that like fit the baggies, like were sectioned off for baggies perfectly. So I had this little box, and I would put all the DMCs from 0 to whatever, 3,000, whatever. And I kept my leftover drills. TLDR, I kept my leftover drills. When I kit down, I would organize them, etc. And then I was like, okay, so I'm kitting down just in case for future. If I'm working on a kit and I'm short on drills, I'm kitting down so that, oh, I can look to my library of drills and just pull drills from my drill stash or whatever, my drill collection, in case I run out of drills when I'm working on a future diamond painting. And I was like, this is a lot of time that I am wasting being miserable kitting down for just in case. Okay, I get it. We pay for car insurance and you're paying for just in case. Okay, but this is not life or death. Okay, this is not make or break the bank if you have to order drills. But as I was buying from quality shops, quality stores, a lot of them have the drill guarantee or the drill warranty, diamond painting warranty. Whereas if you're short on drills, hey, they'll just freaking mail you more. You don't have to keep a whole stash of them. And again, if you like kitting down into baggies and sorting your DMCs, keeping them, you like the act of having a little library of DMC drills, I am not shaming you. I'm just talking about my experience, okay? I am not one of those people. Sometimes I wish that I could be one of those people because I see people's drill collection and I'm like, wow, that looks really pretty. But to me, I'm also like, okay, that makes me miserable. Like even the act of me wanting to do it. So literally now when I kit down, I just open up the container, I open up like a Ziploc bag, or I have like a little box next to my desk, or the big bag that the drills came in, like the separate little baggies came in a big bag. I would use that big bag. I would just pour the drills from the container into the big bag and throw it away. Another thing that I wish that I would have thought of beforehand, and like this wasn't that popular when I first started diamond painting. I think nowadays it's very easy to get your hands on some quality diamond painting pens. But I found like, okay, so I write a lot. I like writing like physically with a pen. And I have like this little bump on my middle finger just because I write so much, right? And I found like the tiny pink pens that come with the kits were really annoying. So I wish when I first started, I would have invested in pens. And I get it, like I'm Canadian, so like I don't mind what the pen costs, because it's like, okay, like they're handmade, hand turned, hand poured, whatever. But to me, the shipping kills me. Like to ship a pen from America or the US or wherever to Canada is like half the cost of the pen itself. Like it's literally like $30 Canadian to mail a $60 pen to Canada. And I'm not blaming small shops. I literally know that shipping is expensive and they can't do anything about it. It's not their fault. But I wish that I had just like splurged and bought like a set of like 3 pens. So right now I diamond paint with 4 pens. I think are these all of them? I think, yeah, 4 or 5 pens. These are consistent. I have a lot of diamond painting pens because friends have sent me diamond painting pens, subscribers have sent me diamond painting pens, etc. But I have a lot of pens, but I honestly, and I know that there's people, okay, I know that you exist. The people who like matching their pens and cover minders to the diamond painting that you're working on. I know you exist. I am jealous of you. I wish that I had motivation to do that. But for me, I just like, these are just the pens. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I forgot that I have this other pretty pen. I'll just switch them out. But for me, I'm a multi-placer queen. I love multi-placing. So all of these pens just have separate sized multi-placers. Like there's a 4-placer from Diamond Art Club. There's a 6-placer from Everlasting Tips. There's a 3-placer from Diamond Art Club, and there is a 10-placer from Diamond Art Club on this. I used to use Everlasting Tips a lot, but I find that since I'm ordering from Diamond Art Club, I might as well just order like a multi-placer to get that free shipping to Canada. So these are the majority multi-placers that I use now. But anyway, so you by no means, if you like collecting pens, collect pens. I'm not saying don't do it. But if you're like on a budget, you do not need a million pens, okay? I know. I know there's people who are obsessed with pens. They have like hundreds. I know my YouTube and diamond painting friends some of them are very obsessed with pens. I am not shaming them. Your money, you do what you want. But if you are on a budget, you do not need a million pens, honestly. And like even Diamond Art Club, you can even get like more affordable pens from Diamond Art Club. You can get more affordable pens even from like AliExpress, Amazon, and buy like a different pen from the pink pen. All I'm saying is the pink pen was thin for me, and I prefer to hold thicker things. Sounds so gross. I just prefer to have pens on the thicker side, okay? Go be gross somewhere else. Get your mind out of the gutter. But like these 4 are all from Enabler's Outpost. And I think my first real diamond painting pen actually was from Enabler's Outpost. Yeah, I don't know. I love Enabler's Outpost. If you're looking for a pen, check out Enabler's Outpost, enablersoutpost.com. If I remember, I'll link them down below. But so if you can afford to buy from a small shop such as Enabler's Outpost, I highly recommend buying from a small shop over Amazon, over AliExpress when it comes for diamond painting pens. Not only will you get like a better, super cool pattern pen, okay, like super, super pretty, super cute. There's so many options. You can even customize the size of your pen. Like if you want a thinner pen than this, I like them chunky. I like them chunky boys in real life and in pens. You can like customize things, and there's just no replacing small shops, okay? So, but if you can't afford a small shop, I totally get it. But just either way, get yourself a different pen, even if it's just one pen, okay? Even if you just are a single placer, just get one pen and use that pen for everything. You don't have to match. You don't have to like start a whole collection. But yeah, so early on, I wish that I had known that I could get these pens, and like what a huge difference it would make in the enjoyment of diamond painting. It's made a huge difference, okay? Speaking of pens, let's talk about multi-placers. Not all multi-placers are built the same, okay? When I first started diamond painting, I would just use whatever multi-placer came with the kit. And a lot of the times with the free kit, it would be the clear multi-placer. So I actually don't have a clear multi-placer anywhere, because literally I just throw them away because they're garbage to me. They're garbage, which is fine, okay? Again, if you like the clear multi-placers, I don't know what's wrong with you, but that's totally fine, okay? I have a whole package of them. I prefer these ones, okay? If I didn't have metal multi-placers, I would use these. So these are like the white colored ones. And the difference between the white colored ones and the clear ones, I wish I had a clear one somewhere, but I do not, is that the tip or the part where the wax goes is thinner. It's thinner. At the end of the day, if you're trying to save wax, these will come in handy. The white ones will come in handy. But also I just find that it's easier to see where you're placing the drills with the thinner tip, as well as it's just easier to pick up drills and like control the drills more. I forget what creator. I was watching a creator, and they were just like ranting about how they hated the clear multi-placers, and I was like, you know what? The clear multi-placers do suck. So I went on, I think Amazon or AliExpress, okay? So also, like, what I wish I had known earlier is a lot of the Amazon stuff that you see for diamond painting, whether it's storage, whether it's diamond paintings themselves, pens, accessories, whatever it is, multi-placers. If you don't mind waiting, go on AliExpress or Temu. And I know there's ethical things that come with these websites. I totally get it. I know. But if you go on those websites, usually they're all from the same manufacturer. So if you don't mind waiting, if you order from Temu or AliExpress, it's a lot cheaper than Amazon, because a lot of the diamond painting stuff on Amazon, minus like some legit stores on Amazon, a lot of that stuff is just reselling from the same sellers on AliExpress and from Temu. So if you don't mind waiting, you can save a ton of money if you're on a budget and if you just go straight to the source, okay? But anyway, so I just bought like this giant pack of them. Actually, I think this pack was given to me later on, but I did buy packs like this of multi-placers because you will go through multi-placers. Like if you don't buy metal multi-placers, you will go through these the more you diamond paint. And sometimes, because they're plastic, they'll snap off. And so after that, after I discovered like metal multi-placers and they became more common, I was like, okay, I'm going to invest in some metal multi-placers. And after I switched to metal multi-placers, I never went back to these plastic ones. The only thing that I have to say is if you're using a pen like this or like any like resin pen or whatever this, I don't know, is it resin? Is it resin? Let me know. Anyways, the one thing is with these plastic tips is the little nub, the nub at the bottom of these tips can snap. And so then this nub part is stuck in your pen, and that's so annoying. I think there's creators out there who have videos on how to get this nub part out of your pen. But the one thing, the downside about metal multi-placers is, yeah, they're not going to snap off in your pen, but they will break your pen depending on how rough you are. And just, I think over time, like the wear and tear of a diamond painting pen. So I've had pens before where I put a metal multi-placer in, and then it just like the hole gets chipped off, and then the multi-placer basically like cracks the resin, and then the pen is broken and you can't use it anymore. I think like you could technically glue it, but I wouldn't trust it. So then now I just have like pretty pens that only have one side to them, that I can't use a multi-placer on. So that's the downside to metal multi-placers. But with metal multi-placers, you're not going to be replacing them like you are with plastic ones. And if you get like the right width of the tip that you enjoy, my mind is in the gutter today. And once you find them, buy like different variations of them, like different numbers of drills that they can hold. And then you never really have to buy more unless you are a freak like those people. I'm specifically talking to some of my friends. I'm not talking to like strangers, okay? But some of my friends that are in diamond painting, they match all their stuff to their canvas, okay? But they match everything. And unless you're like one of those people, you don't need like 10 3-placers, okay? You only need one, okay? But again, if that makes them happy, I am happy for you. I'm not shaming anyone in this video, okay? This is just my experience, okay? Anyways, get yourself some metal multi-placers if it is within your budget, or get yourself some plastic ones. I wish I had known that a long time ago. Would have saved me a lot of headache. On to the next thing that I wish I knew when I first started diamond painting was I wish I knew how important an overhead light was. And I do realize that not everyone has space for an overhead light, but like I used to be a light pad person. I used to love having a light pad. Sometimes I whip out my light pad if I'm feeling it, but honestly, I think I need to get a bigger one. But an overhead light is equally as important as a light pad, just like in general, because a light pad is only going to illuminate your canvas, your drill field. It's not going to illuminate the rest of your desk. So just like to save your eyesight in the long run, because you're going to be sitting at your desk for like hours or like however long you diamond paint, and you're going to be like looking through your drills, etc. Try and get yourself a really good overhead light. Ben Q actually sent me a light, and I love this light, okay? But also I realized that the light itself, like when they sent it to me, I was like, wait, you want to send me a light? Like, cool. Like I need a new light for my desk. And I think they sent like a bunch of other crafter creators lights as well. And then I went on their website and I was like, this light is expensive. And honestly, like if they didn't send me this light, I probably like, I don't know if I would have made the investment in buying this light, But the light has so many settings. Like I think I probably have a video about this light somewhere on my channel. Yeah, I think I do. Anyways, this light is a game changer, okay? I use it every single day. I haven't had to replace the bulb and it's been like years. I don't know how many years it's been, but it's been a while since I've had this light. Okay, but like just the difference a really good overhead light makes, it is huge. Being able to see my desk and things on my desk versus just like my little IKEA lamp that I was using before I used the BenQ light. Another thing that I wish I would have known, or I wish to have kept up with when I first started diamond painting, was I wish I'd have kept up with my logbook, because I think the more diamond paintings that I have now, and the like as I keep buying them and stuff like that, I wish I would know what's in my stash. Or like even after I'm done a diamond painting, I'm planning on doing my next one. I haven't updated my logbook in a very long time, so I literally don't know. And like I was doing an order, like one of my more recent orders with Jada Gem Shop, jadagemshop.com. Check them out. Licensed diamond paintings. You'll see a lot on my channel. Anyways, when I was doing an order with her shop, I was like, oh, this one's so cute, blah, blah, blah. And I added it to my cart. And then I was like, wait, this feels like deja vu or something. And then I was like, I think I have this one. And I couldn't check my logbook because I don't keep my logbook up to date. So I had to go into my account and look at my past orders to see if I had ordered this one before. And yeah, I had ordered it before. So had I not checked, I would have 2 diamond paintings of the same size in square. And I would have just wasted the money on another kit that I already have, right? So I wish that I kept up with my logbook. And like, yeah, I can still go through and update it. It wouldn't be that hard because like I said, I have cut back buying a lot. But I wish just at the very beginning I would have kept up with it. When I had my Etsy shop, I was selling a downloadable logbook that you could print out and like keep track of all your diamond paintings and things like that. And for the most part, like I did that very early on. Like I would print out these pages. I would either cut out the thing like a sticker from the kit, or I would print out the picture from the website, put it in my logbook, write everything down. And then I was just overwhelmed with that. And I was like, this is not, like, I can't keep up with this. So then I moved into Google Keep, which I do have a video. I still really, really like Google Keep. The one thing that I did not expect was in this video that I have on Google Keep, I was like using the artist name as a keyword or as a hashtag. And I didn't realize it at the time when I was filming it. I do now, because when I went to go update my logbook like a few months ago, it was like, you've reached the max number of keywords or categories. So I didn't realize that, hey, that's like a thing that you can max out on. So that's why I stopped updating my Google Keep, because I was like, oh. And now, okay, as much as I hate to admit it, I might have to switch to GemsFlow. But also, if I have to switch to GemsFlow, which is a diamond painting logbook app you can get on your phone and it's free or whatever, if I have to switch to GemsFlow, that just basically means I have to re-put the information that I put in Google Keep and put it into GemsFlow. And I don't like sitting on my phone, and I don't think you can update your GemsFlow from the desktop. So that will probably never happen. So I wish that I would have just like continued with it, but now I'm just stuck without a logbook, but that's fine because I don't buy a lot of diamond paintings. Another thing that I wish I would have focused on when I was buying diamond paintings, again, buying diamond paintings and the act of diamond painting, 2 separate hobbies in my opinion. But I wish that I would have waited for sales. And I think like when Diamond Art Club first got super popular, it was during the pandemic. And people were discovering diamond painting, much like myself. So there's a whole bunch of people, like thousands and thousands of people wanting to buy diamond paintings. But I don't think that they could imagine like the growth that their company would have at this time. So like kits would sell out really fast. And so during their sales, it was like, I don't have time to think about if I really want this or not. Like, I'm just going to buy it just in case I do want to do it later on or whatever. But now, because I'm more selective with the diamond paintings that I am buying, and I'm only putting money towards ones that I would ideally hang up. But we know I'm never going to hang up a diamond painting, okay? I've accepted it, okay? Anyways, I'm just gonna wait for sales, honestly. And like if there is one case, so remember Star Trek, the Enterprise ship came out with Diamond Art Club. That one was my exception. I'm like, I'm not waiting for a sale. I'm buying this on release date. I don't even care. But now I'm just like, okay, well, I'll wait till like Black Friday, or I'll wait till the anniversary sale, or I'll wait till Jada Gem Shop is having a specific sale, or I'll wait till whatever company's doing a sale. Honestly, like I think I only buy from Diamond Art Club and Jada Gem Shop recently. Like this whole year. Yeah. Anyways, but I just wait till there's a sale, and then if the diamond painting is discounted and I see the sale price and then it's worth it to me, I'll buy it. But oftentimes I'll be like, oh, I really want this diamond painting, but no, I'm gonna wait. And then it can go on sale and I'll be like, I don't really want it anymore. So I think I'm just getting smarter with the money that I'm spending on diamond paintings. But also, you guys know, like from, I don't know if you watch my whip and chats, you know that I also cross stitch a lot. And with cross stitch, I don't know what my problem is, because they're literally digital patterns. Like they're never going to go out of stock, and very rarely will they become like discontinued PDFs or discontinued whatever. But once I see like a pattern I really want, I'm like, I'm buying it. And yeah, it's like $8 or like $5 for a pattern, but I'm just like, I'm going to buy this one because I really like it. And like, and I, maybe the difference is that, with cross stitch patterns, they're designed like much like artwork in general, but I see like you're actually buying from the artist. You're not actually buying from like a third party who pays the artist and then like orders your kit and manufactures the kit. Even though the artist is getting paid, this is my weird way of like justifying my purchases for cross stitch, okay? Even though the artist is getting paid for the diamond paintings, there's still like a third party involved, like there's a wall. But if you like go on like, I don't know, if you go on like Bad Stitched, I really like Bad Stitched right now on Etsy. If you go on Bad Stitched Etsy shop and you spend the $8 on one of her patterns, you know that $8 minus the $1 million listing fee for Etsy or whatever is going into Bad Stitched pockets. So you just know, like it's going directly to them. Like there's no third party involved besides Etsy, okay? We won't get into that. Maybe that's just how I justify my spending for cross stitch. But also cross stitch is a lot more affordable than diamond painting, but you have to have a lot of patience for it. And I'm not going to turn this into a cross stitch video. I'm very sorry, but I love cross stitch. Oh my God, please don't hate me. Anyways, what else do I regret, or do I wish that I would have done differently when I started diamond painting? Oh, one of the things that I have on my notes is, and like, okay, I fully realize that I am a small creator, and like, even though I am like small, I still influence people sometimes. But you don't have to do what other creators do, or just because your favorite creator is doing this, it doesn't mean you need to do this, okay? And like, I think the more videos I put out, the more aware of this I am. And the more responsibility I feel. So early on, when I first started diamond painting, YouTube was my drug of choice to watch diamond painting. Now there's like, you can go on TikTok, you can go on Instagram, wherever, and like watch diamond painting content. But I still am like a firm lover of YouTube for everything. But honestly, I don't watch diamond painting YouTube very much anymore. I kind of just like watch stuff about cross stitch and journaling and like other things, okay? But you don't have to do, just because a creator does it a certain way, or a creator has this or whatever, you don't have to have all the things a creator has. You also don't have to do certain like things the way a creator does. Like very early on as well, lots of creators were separating their canvases, and Instagram creators as well, were separating or sectioning off their canvas with washi tape. And it looks so nice. It looks so appealing. And I was like, I want to do this. This seems like it would be really helpful to me if I use this washi tape. And so lots of people are like, also, if you're new to diamond painting, why does washi tape come in a kit? Washi tape basically comes in a kit because there's overhang of the glue sometimes from the drill area to like the outside of the drill area. So then you can put washi tape over the extra glue. And then if you're like diamond painting wearing a sweater, or like I don't know, you have a cat or whatever, that extra glue area that's not having drills on it isn't going to get dirty with like fuzz or cat hair or whatever. Okay, and then also people like to section off their diamond paintings using washi tape. So I was like, okay, I want to try and do that. So for, I think I did like 3 canvases, I separated them with washi tape. And then I was also like, in my head, I was like, this washi tape's really pretty. I could use it for like journaling or notebooks, which is also another passion of mine, okay? And like stickers. I love stickers, okay? Anyways, so I would section it off, and then I'd be like, I'd finish a row, and then I would be like, okay, I'm gonna section off this next row, and break it into like 3 columns or whatever. But then I'd be like, I don't want to waste this washi tape, so I'm just gonna reuse this washi tape and take the washi tape off like the bottom that I've just finished and move it up. And so I kept doing this, and then now I'm like, and then I was like, well, I just feel like I'm wasting washi tape I could be using in my journal. Like, this is prime washi tape that I want to use. I don't want to like use it on a diamond painting and throw it away. And I did not have the patience at all to pre-section a whole entire diamond painting. Like, if I'm doing like a 40 by 60 or like a 60 by 70 or whatever it is, I don't have the patience to like sit there and like measure things out, make it look perfect, etc. Like, I, again, only diamond paint for the sake of putting the drills down. I like that therapy, the therapeutic aspect of that serotonin hit of diamond painting. So I was like, okay, washi tape isn't for me. And so if you do watch videos with like whip-in chats and stuff like that, when I film my, like, if you desk down videos on my channel, you'll see that very rarely I will use washi tape, and I'll just put like a line down to mark the top where I should stop cutting the plastic canvas. I don't like actually section out the columns individually within that row. I'll just use washi tape as like a row indicator to where I need to stop cutting the plastic. Sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, this looks like it's a good enough size. I'm just going to cut to here. And then when I'm done that section, I'll cut off the plastic, go on to the next section and section it off by just cutting the plastic. And I'll be like, this looks like the row that it evens out with the other cut that I made. So I'll just stop here. So I'm probably like if you're into lazy diamond painting, watch my channel. Okay. Subscribe. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Unless I'm annoying you, then don't bother subscribing. You can just go away. But yeah, so that was a thing that creators were doing that I was like, this isn't for me, okay? Also, I see, and like all this stuff, like I'm not saying these are bad things for creators to be doing at all, because I'm friends with a lot of creators, and like I know like they're like behind the scenes stuff, I know like just random stuff about them, and I know like also when you're a new creator, you're like, okay, I need content, so I need to buy this stuff to like make videos. But remembering that a lot of like stuff is also gifted. Like when I would do little shop small hauls, some of the shops would be like, oh, it's like Bev B is like buying for me, I'm gonna throw in some free stuff or whatever. So like it's nice. I really like small shop haul videos because I like seeing what other people are buying, and I like living vicariously through them. And I'm no longer, like, at least with diamond painting stuff, I'm no longer influenced by like seeing a creator doing a small shop haul and being like, I need to go buy that right away. I'm just like, oh, that's really cool. I don't need it, so I'm not gonna buy it. But I am guilty now with journaling stuff because I just rediscovered Traveler's Notebook. Okay, off topic. I just rediscovered Traveler's Notebooks, and I've been watching Traveler's Notebook videos. If you like journaling and haven't discovered Traveler's Notebooks, what are you doing with your life? I just discovered that, but now I'm like finding myself influenced by those creators being like unboxing things or showing like how they organize their notebooks, and I'm like, I want that. I'm gonna go order that. But like, it's, if you're easily influenced, don't watch small shop hauls, okay? But like, again, you don't need to buy all these things because you see creators or other people having them. I think also like even now, even though like I do buy a lot of journaling stuff, I still have in the back of my mind that like, okay, this person does YouTube for a hobby, or they make money off YouTube, so maybe all their YouTube money is going towards buying more of this product or whatever, like it's their fun money, etc. Okay. Much like I use like my Patreon funds to buy diamond painting stuff or like stuff to show on my channel. That's like when you support me through Patreon or YouTube memberships, that's where that money goes towards. Okay. But anyways, another thing that I don't really regret it, because I was trying, like I was on a mission since I first started diamond painting to find the perfect tray. You don't need a million trays unless, like, okay, if you like collecting trays, again, I don't want anyone to yell at me or come for me. If you like collecting trays, collect trays, whatever. But I found, for me personally, I found the perfect tray. Okay. And like, after I found this tray, I was buying other trays, and then the other trays would come. I would try them and I'd be like, why am I using this tray when I already found like my perfect tray? Why am I spending money on more trays when I already have the tray that I just automatically default to? So for me, in my opinion, this is the perfect tray for me. And this is the Inferno from Firefly Trays. I like it because this, you can put trash in here and it comes out, and then you just empty out the trash. You can also, I don't use this. I literally think this is useless. Don't get mad at me. But you can put like your diamond painting pen in here and it sits on your, I don't do that, okay? First of all, I'm like scared that this tray is gonna tip over from the weight of the pen. And also like, I'll just put my pen beside it on my desk. I don't need a hole in my tray for this. But this tray to me is like perfect. It's the thicker filament. And I know some companies do like the really thin filament. I'm not, okay, I want thick, okay? I want bang for my buck, thick trays, okay? But I like the sturdiness of the Firefly trays. Also, Muni Made, I would say, is my second favorite kind of tray. But I like these also because this, like, you don't have to F with, like, pulling out a spout, putting it aside, not losing the spout, and then filling it with drills, putting the spout back, or finding the spout on it. My desk is very messy, okay? And so this just opens and closes this little hole, if you can see, okay? It opens and closes this, so you don't have to F with a spout. It comes with a lid. I don't use the lid. I don't even know where the lid is, honestly. But I'm not one of those people. If you are, it's totally fine. I'm not one of those people who like kit ups into trays and they have like a whole tray tower with a million trays, etc. And again, because I'm not the type of person to match my tray and accessories to the canvas that I'm working on, I literally just have one of these. And I also use a smaller version of the Ignite, I think it's the Ignite tray, when I'm working on smaller diamond paintings. And for a while, I forgot that I bought the Inferno when I bought the Ignite. And so I was just using the Ignite, and then I remembered that I bought this. I'm like, hey, I'm going to try this. But this, to me, the Inferno from Firefly Trays is the perfect tray, just in my opinion. And what makes the perfect tray? Let me tell you. Thank you so much for asking. The perfect tray to me is the thicker filament. Is that what it's called? Filament? Is the thicker filament. This whole thing, I could do without it, honestly. Like, I don't use this a lot, but when I remember that it's there, it comes in handy. But it's the thicker filament, higher walls. Like, this is how tall the walls are. And I really like how, see how like the lines come to like a point, because in some, early on when I was buying trays, sometimes these lines wouldn't be in the perfect spot. And so I would ask my boyfriend at the time to shave them down because drills would always get stuck like here or whatever. So to me, Firefly trays and Muni Made trays make the best trays. They're my favorite trays. If I remember, I will leave thing in the description box below, but go ahead and check out Firefly Trays. Firefly Trays, you need it. Okay, well, you don't need it, but like, okay, so just get yourself one good tray, find your favorite tray maker, and like buy a couple trays from them. You don't need a million trays unless you want to. That's totally fine. Lastly, I don't know how long this video is, but lastly, one thing that I did realize early on was I kept buying wax. Okay, first of all, I would still collect wax and stuff because I just like how it smells. But honestly, like now I just can't be bothered because shipping to Canada is $1 million. And so early on I kept buying wax. After I realized that, hey, like I don't have to keep buying wax, I could just keep buying putty. And also like a thing of putty like this will last a very long time. Like I'm not the person who changes their putty out every single time I diamond paint or after I'm done a diamond painting. I'll periodically change out the entire thing of putty in like a multi-placer, but most of the time I'm like, oh, this isn't picking up drills as much anymore. So all I do is like I use a tweezer and I scrape some of the putty out, and then I put it on here and I add. You probably shouldn't do this, but I do anyway. Let me know if you're like me. But I just add like a little strip of putty on top of the existing putty that is not working anymore. And then when I'm not lazy anymore, a lazy diamond painter again, I should just change my channel. That probably exists already. And then when that is done, then eventually I'll rip out the entire thing of putty from my multi-placer and replace the entire thing with new putty. But I also use putty in addition from my multi-placer. I also use putty in the single placer as well. And so I am just wholeheartedly a putty girl. So I have a lot of wax. Like I have a ton of wax, okay? But it kind of just sits here. People are like, oh, you should just like get rid of your wax and like give it to someone or like sell it. And I'm like, no, I'm selfish. Yeah, sometimes to be honest, I'll go through and if I'm mailing something to a friend who diamond paints, or if I find someone new, if I like make friends with someone in real life who wants to start diamond painting, I'll give them wax. But for the most part, I am selfish and I like having my container of wax, okay? I like smelling it from time to time. I keep my putty and my wax in the same container. So when I run out of putty, very rarely, and have to come into this container, and I have another container similar to this that has lots of wax and putty in it, overconsumption, I'll come in here and I'll just like open some of the containers and I'll smell them. And that's what brings me joy, okay? But that's it. That's all I can think of, I think. Let me make sure. Let me read my notes in my traveler's notebook, okay? If you want to get into notebooks, traveler's notebook. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button. It's down here somewhere, either side, I don't know where. I post new videos whenever I feel like it. And let me know in the comments down below what your personal thoughts are. And again, to preface is before, to close out this video, I did not mean like if you do the total opposite of me, that's cool with me. I don't care. It's your money. You do whatever you want. It's your diamond painting journey. You can do whatever you want for diamond painting. I just was sharing things from my point of view, so don't be mad at me. But let me know in the comments down below if maybe we have some similarities, or maybe you feel different about a thing. Leave a comment down below and let me know. What do you like? Also, like, let me know, what do you wish, like the one thing that you wish you would have known when you first started diamond painting as well? Because I'm just curious, okay? But if you can't think of anything, leave a bee emoji down below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!